Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. Like, sub if you like the channel. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Still the best beard on YouTube. Apologize, haven't put out a video in like 3 days because I legit have been watching college football for like 3 days. And it gets tiring. When it comes to Sunday NFL, if my team is not playing, I really don't get into it because this is a college channel and this is a draft channel. So let's start off with the Thursday night spectacular. More like it was brutal. Dallas was at the Giants. Listen, people, I'm a Dallas fan, but this isn't a Dallas channel. This is a college football channel. This is a draft channel for draft prospects. And I rank them before the draft, and that's why this is a channel for all 32 teams in the NFL and their fans. Listen, man, that had to be one of the worst football games I've ever watched in my life, whether on the Pee Wee level, the high school level, the college level, the NFL level, the CFL level, the USFL, the lingerie league. I used to talk to one of those girls that played in there, but she lived on the West Coast. She was hot as fuck too. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Uh, Horrible game. Horrible, horrible. How any Dallas fan that hasn't been dropped on their head could watch that game. Sorry, I'm a mark for my beard. How any Dallas Cowboy fan can watch that game and get positives out of that game. Seriously, bro, you took the short bus to school. Legit. You're living in a fantasy world. Like, I go to Twitter, I have a Twitter channel, Danny Savage Draft Guru on Twitter, and I honestly don't know what's worse, Twitter or Bleacher Report, or if these are like Burnham accounts, fake accounts, because the way these people talk, like, I really don't know and I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm far from smart. But the way these people talk, it's just brutal. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're 2-2, bro. You've been dropped on your head numerous times. So let's start breaking down the game from hell because that was brutal. I'd rather give myself paper cuts in a bathtub full of rubbing alcohol. That's how bad that game was. All right, let's start off with some of the injuries. Tank Lawrence. Tank has nothing left in the tank. Tank should not be on the field. Tank should have been cut 3 years ago. But what do I know? So now he's out 8 weeks, and our debacle downfall, people are going to blame it on, oh, Tank got injured. Uh, you got issues, man, if you believe that. Then the great Micah gets hurt in the fourth quarter. At the end of the fourth quarter. What did Micah Parsons do before he got hurt? He did nothing. He played horrible. What has Micah Parsons done all year to get the hype that he's gotten? He's done nothing. But yet, our fan base, who's been dropped on their head, wants to make him the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. Oh, he gets held. Bro, you can call holding on every single play in the NFL you can call holding. Last week, I believe Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions had 4.5 sacks in one game. I'm pretty sure he got held every single play. And after the first sack or the second sack, I guarantee you they put a tight end on top of the tackle and a running back to chip him. But he got around that. Everyone's going to try to blow up Marshawn Nealon. He was my fifth ranked edge in a horrible, horrible edge class. Legit horrible edge class. He had a sack, but now since we can diagram Dak's interceptions of some were his fault, some weren't his fault, some of the wide receivers bobbling the ball. We can do that on other players now, right? So Marshawn Nealon got a sack on a blown coverage where he was untouched, ran in, have a sack. Let's slow down before putting this kid in Canton. He was my fifth ranked edge in a horrible class. Zero bend. And I even said zero bend when I watched him. And about a month later, the great Brian Broaddus, who I have respect for, but he's kind of been a sellout lately because he's hanging out with the fun bunch. He even said, I saw zero bend in Marshawn Nealon. But you can go back to last April's Dallas videos and you can listen to Brian Broaddus said he saw zero bend, even though I said it first. I view Marshawn Nealon as more of a run stuffer. So now the defense is going to go into a tank even worse. And all the excuse makers are going to blame Micah and Tank. But wasn't Micah and Tank on the field against the New Orleans Saints? Weren't Micah and Tank on the field against the Ravens when we got ran over? I don't know, man. It just must be me. Now, we got all these videos coming out on the great Mozzie Smith. Slow down, people. You do know out of 130 defensive tackles in the NFL, before the Giants game, he was ranked like 129 or 130. So you honestly think he's Aaron Donald overnight? No, he still sucks. And I'll say it again, the proper pick was Clemson defensive tackle Brian Burress, 6'6", 300 pounds, with a frame to put 25 more pounds on. And I got laughed at. Who's laughing now? But we got a lot of snake oil salesmen and the Dallas Cowboy content creators. That's why I made my channel a draft channel. I made it something different. So if you expect Mozzie to come out and be the next Aaron Donald, no, bro. He sucks. He played the Giants. It's safe to say, in my opinion now, today's what? September 29th, 18, 18 no, 20:53 hours. It's been a while. 20:53 hours. The Giants will have a top 3 draft pick in the NFL. That's how horrible they are. Their coach will probably be fired by midseason, or maybe not. The Giants really are not that kind of franchise where they fire people midseason. Listen, if the guy sucks, let him just go out and suck and get a better draft pick. And then at the end of the season, they'll just clean house. But for everyone that thinks Mozzie is the man because of do you realize he only played 25 snaps in that game? Mozzie Smith played 25 snaps. So once again, wherever all these Dallas content creators comparing them to what's his name? Fucking Mark Henry. They actually had the nerve or the stupidity or just the clickbait to get the views to compare him to have strength like Larry Allen. I mean, come on, guys. You want to get your views, man. But when you want to compare this dude that never played a down in the NFL when we drafted him to Larry Allen's strength, to have the strength of Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. Listen, man, it just must be clickbaits, and I'm sorry, I'm not a clickbaiter. I can't be because you know what? I have mirrors in my house, and every single mirror loves me, and I love them. But I can't be fake. I can't. That might turn some people off. That might turn some people on. But I'm gonna say the truth regardless. You could be my best friend, and if I think you're wrong, I'm going to say it to your face, you're wrong. That's just the way I was brought up. I can't be fake. I can't come out here with a smile and say Dallas is going to the Super Bowl, this and that. Bro, man, come on, man. We got 3 tough games ahead of us. We got Pittsburgh, we got the Lions, we got the 49ers. Bro, those are 3 zeros. And what did I say before the season started? If people go back in the videos, I said first 6 games, 2-4, 3-3 at the best. In my opinion, I wouldn't be shocked if the Redskins win the division at this point. I think it's probably going to be between the Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Eagles played horrible today. Let's talk about the offense, man. Offensive line had some troubles. Giants have a very good young offensive line, and our tackles had some issues against the Giants' defensive ends, who are in right. A lot of them were top draft picks themselves. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It takes a while for a young offensive line to gel because even if you're the left tackle, you have to know what the right tackle is doing. Every single position has to know what everyone else is doing. It's going to take time, and BB and Guyton are young. Throw this one out for you. 2025. Who's playing right guard and right tackle for the Dallas Cowboys? I see Steele getting cut unless he reworks his contracts and goes down to $5 million because he is horrendous. Zach Martin, he's a Hall of Famer, but he is just so stiff and old, and this is last year. And for our fan base who thinks he's a Trent Williams that's going to play another 5 years, you're just delusional, people. Delusional. Running back. Running back. I mean, I think Zeke played like maybe 5 plays. He didn't play more than 10. You got Rico Dowell, and then you got the midget. We got Little Webster, Deuce Vaughn, who I said draft night was a waste of a pick, and Tank Brigsby from Auburn was the better pick. I would have even have took Charles McIntosh from Alabama over him. But what do I know? I just watch college football 7 days out of the week. But what do I know? This team, I wouldn't be shocked if it has a top 10 draft pick at the end of the season. Because let's be honest, the defense sucked to begin with. They benched the kid Phillips, who they traded a they traded a 6th-round draft pick when they could have signed him for nothing, but they were too busy on the boat having a vacation. And now we got no Micah and no Tank. And Tank's tank is empty. So now we have a horrible defense, even horrible. So I'm just looking into the future a little bit. So for 2025, who's playing right guard, right tackle? Everyone says TJ Bass. I like TJ Bass. I truly do. He looks for contact every play. He's tough. But there's a big, big difference from being fresh at the end of the season and filling in for 2 to 3 games versus being the man from OTAs, preseason, training camp, and 17 games. There is a huge difference. This team needs 2 defensive tackles. This team needs 2 edges. This team needs a linebacker. This team needs a safety. This team needs a corner. This team needs 2 running backs to draft. And then probably go pick up one like off the scrap heap in free agency. But for everyone who is all up in arms, hurrah, 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 we beat the Giants. Listen, bro, I have nothing to lie about. That was legitimately one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. And I'm old. It was brutal to watch. Dak was misthrowing passes. I mean, I've yet to see Dak play like his younger years, Dak. And then everyone says, "Oh, he's leading the NFL in passing yards." What does that mean? That means nothing. I thought we live in a world where your record means something. Well, then they say, "Oh, he can't do it alone." Well, we gave Lamb 140 million, but then all of a sudden he can't beat double coverage. So then why do we give 140 million? And I'm not picking on Lamb because I like Lamb, but like I said, I apologize. I should have got this video out earlier, but I wasn't getting it out Thursday night. And then basically it was college football Friday, Saturday, and then even today. So hold your horses, people, man. If you think this team is a playoff team, but the sad part is 9-8 might make it into the playoffs in the NFC. I said it before and I'll say it again. And have I been wrong before? Yeah, big deal. I look at this team as a 7-10, 6-11 team, especially with these injuries. And there will be a lot more injuries to come. And now we have another thing. Are they going to put Tank on IR, or are they going to say, "Oh, he's week to week"? Are they going to put Micah on IR, or they're going to say he's week to week? Do you honestly think Micah is going to come back early without getting that bag of money? Bro, come on, please, man. Listen, man, this is a draft channel, and it's going to stay a draft channel, college football channel. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about our weekly rises in college football and teams that are on the rise. That's tomorrow. Wednesday will be Fantasy Football Wednesdays, where I give you my tips for all the people that are in the Stone Age still playing fantasy football. And then Thursday, we'll break down more college players. And then Friday, we'll just throw it up in the air. I might probably just do a couple of podcasts at night. So, like I said, I apologize. I got this Dallas video out late. but I just been watching college football for the last 3 days because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life, over and out, everybody.